Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm Natalie Herbeck, and I am happy today. Why? Because we are celebrating everyone's favorite hour, happy hour. We're gonna take you all over Northeast Ohio to show you some places where you can find the best drinks and the best meals at really great prices, like here at Cleveland Shop downtown. In fact, I have Chef Dave working back in that kitchen, whipping up some delicious food. And while he's hard at work, I'm gonna send you right next door to Blue Point, where they have $1 oysters.
Blue Point Grille has kind of been a staple of the warehouse district for almost 17 going on 18 years. I think one thing we're definitely known for is our oysters. We've shucked over 1 million oysters throughout the years. Happy hour is a great first introduction. It's a great way to kind of get your feet in the water before you actually jump in. The same oysters that you're getting during happy hour, the Blue Point oysters are the same Blue Point oysters that we're serving in our dining room. So we make sure that the quality of happy hour is the same quality as any dish that we would send out during our dinner or lunch hours. The Blue Point oysters at happy hour are kind of a great introduction to the rest of the lineup that we have in regards to our oysters. We always try to have 2 East Coast and 2 West Coast oysters in addition to the Blue Point oysters that we have all of the time. In the dining room, there are a few hot varietals of oysters. We do the classic Oyster Rockefeller recipe, which people have loved for years and we've been serving for years. In addition to the oysters, we have a lobster risotto that people absolutely just love. We also do a walleye sandwich, kind of a play on a fish and chips that guests really love. And then we also kind of have your everyday burger, your cheeseburger for happy hour, and everything is half price on what it is on our original bar menu. My favorite item on the happy hour menu is our artisan cheese plate. We do a really nice cheese plate. Usually what we do is we'll source 3 different domestic cheeses that we'll serve on the cheese plate with a cherry jam, and it's something that you don't really see at all the happy hours around town. We really like to kind of show our cards during happy hour. Our happy hours it starts at 3 o'clock Monday through Friday, starts at 3 o'clock and ends at 6:30. We don't do any happy hour on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we do happy hour from 4 o'clock until 9 o'clock. So a little bit longer period of time on Sunday. And what we like to do is kind of entertain the Sunday Fun Day people. And it's really turned into a really great crowd. Not only do we have the oysters, the shrimp, the grouper sandwich, the burger, the walleye sandwich, amongst others on the happy hour menu, we also offer drinks at a great price. A couple of the drinks that we have is a Bella Bellini, and obviously the Cosmopolitan. There's no way we wouldn't have one. And then we also do a classic martini and a little bit more of a masculine drink. We do a Manhattan Noir. It's actually kind of a play off of Manhattan with a little bit of port in it, and that's always a lot of fun for us as well. Our happy hour tends to fill up fairly quickly, so my theme of happy hour is early bird gets the worm. So we do it at the bar itself, and the earlier the better. But I always, I really welcome new guests coming into the restaurant, and for us, it's such a fantastic opportunity to turn some happy hour guests that are kind of just checking the restaurant out. And turn them into long-term guests. That's always our goal, is to turn people into long-term guests and create those relationships throughout the year.
That seafood looks incredible. But let me tell you, I checked on Chef Dave back there in the kitchen. It's looking really good too. If there wasn't a bar between us, Chef Dave, I would jump over there and give you a hug right now. So instead, I'm gonna give you a high five. This food looks delicious.
Thanks.
So are these some of your signature happy hour dishes?
Yes, these are some of our signature happy hour dishes. 3 of the dishes you can only get during happy hour. And
okay,
then the
let's
other
start
3,
with those. Which can you only get at happy hour?
You can only get our pizzas. We have a pepperoni or a margaritas.
I think you kept it at beyond arm's length from me so that I wouldn't eat up the whole thing during this interview.
Our lobster nachos.
Okay.
And our short rib bowl.
That It's a short rib bowl.
That's our slow roasted whiskey braised short ribs.
Now, so is this a draw to get people just to come in and happy hour? Because these are 3 amazing dishes, and if you only can get them then, I mean, I feel like this is what, look at this.
It's a big piece of lobster right there.
This is a chunk of lobster. When someone says lobster nachos, I don't think I'm gonna get chunks that are this big. When's happy hour here?
From 4 to 7.
All right, I'll be back from 4 to 7.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, so clearly those are 3 big ones. What do we got here though?
Then these are probably our 3 signature appetizers on our regular menu. We have our steak cigars, where we slow roast a whole top round, shave it thin, and we stuff it with peppers, cream cheese, American cheese. And then we have our sesame calamari. It's a twist on a regular calamari. It's sesame crusted, served with the wasabi sour cream, and our soy apricot glaze.
Ooh, I was gonna say. So how long have you been doing this as a chef, and what do you love about this so much?
Well, I've been doing it, actually my first cooking job, I was 16.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say my age because that's gonna date me, but I've been doing it for a long time. You know, it's just a passion that I have to make people happy. You know, growing up, family gatherings was always centered around the dining room table with my uncles and aunts. They were all in the kitchen cooking. And you know, I'm from a big family. My aunts and uncles are all tall, so there they are in this little tiny kitchen, all 8 of them trying to cook. It was just, you know,
But there's a lot of love that goes into this food.
Yeah, and it was fun for me growing up, so it just kind of evolved into what I chose.
And what I love about this place in particular too, in Cleveland Chop, is your location. I mean, you're right downtown. This has got to be a happening place at happy hour time.
Yep, most of the time it's standing room only in here. You know, people start showing up right around 4 o'clock and they go all the way through to 7 for the happy hour.
So when we're looking at prices here on some of these, like what do our happy hour prices go when it comes to, say, your
Our lobster nachos are $8. Our pizza's $10.
Whoa.
The steak cigars is $6. So you're really going from nothing's more than the $10 and nothing's lower than the $6.
I like
So,
the sound of that.
Yep.
Now when it comes to the menu, I mean, happy hour time, people can clearly get whatever they want at that time too. So what's the menu like here if someone hasn't been here before?
If they haven't been here before, you know, we are a steakhouse. We serve prime and dry age and CAB beef. So we have all different types of steaks. And then our entrees are kind of, you know, anything from seafood. You know, we serve salmon, macadamia crusted walleye that people love. Then we have some couple pasta dishes, our shrimp and lobster gnocchi, our seafood fettuccine. So there's a little bit for everybody. And then we have our short ribs and our chicken picatas that people love.
So you say, I think it's funny that you say it's packed in here for happy hour and it's standing room only at times. This place is huge. I mean, you could really fit so many people in here. And it's a great place to come if you want to do events or something,
Yes.
too, if you want to plan something.
We have private dining areas. You know, we do a lot of large parties, reservations for birthdays and stuff like that. So, you know, we're such a big restaurant, that we can accommodate all those things.
The other great thing that I was talking to Margaret, one of your managers, about was that you have amazing brunch here on Sundays.
Do. Yeah, our Sunday brunch, you know, we open up at 10 and there's people at the door ready to, you know, to start eating. You know, we have everything from on brunch, from our biscuits and gravy to skillets. Our Cleveland skillet is one of our most popular, which is pierogies and eggs and American cheese, onions, bacon, and fried potatoes. And people just love it.
What's the vibe like here?
Well, you know, lunch is casual. You know, it's you know, happy hour is fun and exciting, and then dining room, you know, it kind of is what each table wants it to be. You know, we don't really have a dress code. We don't have anything like that. You know, we don't try to be stuffy.
And I like that because I feel like sometimes you could think you go to a downtown restaurant that looks pretty nice, and it could be a little stuffy.
Yeah.
But you're not like that at all. You guys are very welcoming here.
Yeah, it's very warming in the restaurant, and we just try to make sure that every table experience is the best that they can have. Depending if it's, you know, just a two-top having an anniversary dinner or a large birthday gathering. You know, so we treat each tables individually as what they want it to be.
I'll tell you the best experience I'm gonna have here is eating more lobster nachos and this calamari. This is good stuff.
Yes.
Again, $10 to $6, you can't beat these prices. And the location, it's an awesome spot.
Oh yeah.
All throughout the year, all 4 seasons.
Yeah, what's great about happy hour too is everything is really shareable still for those prices. So, you know, you can get a couple different apps with you and somebody else and kind of have a dinner.
Yeah,
and
happy
enjoy
hour will fly
cocktails.
by.
Yep.
And you'd be like, well, it's time to order my second course here. Round 2, here we go. Well, hey, if it's okay with you, I'd love to jump back behind the bar with you maybe a little later on in the show. We'll whip up some great happy hour drinks.
Of course.
All right, but we're going to take you for a short break right now. And when we come back, David is going to celebrate happy hour Latin style.
And these are a really traditional item served in Central and South America. Yuca, it's like a root vegetable, and it tastes very similar to potato.
Well, it's still happy hour, and I'm just arrived at one of my favorite places on the east side. It's called Paladar. This is Charles. How you doing, Charles?
I'm great today, thanks.
We're at Eaton Square, sometimes called Eaton on Chagrin. All I know is Paladar has always been there, and it's right on the corner of this beautiful little strip mall on Chagrin Boulevard, not far from 271. And if you're talking about great happy hour food, this is the place. Thank you very much. Lovely spot. We'll talk about the drinks in a minute, but Charles, tell me a little bit about some of the specials for happy hour.
Yeah, so we have an awesome happy hour. We do it 7 days a week here, which is kind of a nice separation point for us.
I like that.
4 to 7 daily. And we have like 3 different tiers of food. So we have $4, $6, and $8 sections. So out of our $4 section, we have our yuca fries today.
Okay, so this is just $4 to go along with the great cocktails.
Yeah, and these are a really traditional item served in Central and South America. Yuca, it's like a root vegetable, and it tastes very similar to potato. We cut them real thick. We serve them with 3 different dipping sauces, so it's a lot of fun.
Is that mustard?
That is an ají pepper sauce. It's a Peruvian style sauce, really, really awesome. Roasted garlic aioli and then a little chimichurri on the end.
I love that chimichurri stuff.
Yeah, so that's one item.
That's $4.
$4 here. The next category is our $6 category.
Now this one blows me away. Look at all the meat on this thing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It is fantastic. What do you call it?
Those are our mojo pork tostones. A tostone is a twice fried plantain. It's a really good vehicle to put toppings on. So this one has like a citrusy garlicky pork on top of it, a little bit of a ají verde on top, some roast corn salsa, and again, just $5.95 for that.
Different kinds of meats too?
We do different kinds of meats. We run them as specials throughout the year, but this one's always on the menu, always on happy hour.
I love it. And then we have this.
This is kind of our flagship happy hour item. These are our blackened fish tacos. And just at $8, you're getting a wild caught fish. It's called Corvina. It's a really high quality product. Got a little bit of a tropical slaw, nice aioli on there, and these have been probably our most popular dish since day one.
What's great about this too, Chris back in the kitchen, man, he's making all this stuff up fresh. So this is one of those happy hours where they run out of steam table and there's just a bunch of junk sitting everywhere.
Right.
I mean, this is made to order fresh stuff
Absolutely.
for great prices. Now I want to know, who is that lovely lady making the drinks? And you know what? There's a stick in my drink.
Yeah, so that was Vanessa, and she's making you one of our pomegranate ginger mojitos. And that is actually a sugarcane skewer. Yeah, so this is actually comes from the plant that is turned into the sugar, that's turned into the rum, so it's a full circle kind of a deal.
It's a good story too.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of nice mint in it.
Fresh picked mint, we pick that daily, muddled limes, granulated sugar, and all made to order.
What's this?
That is one of our most popular drinks. It's called a dark and stormy. So the dark is the dark rum, which is layered on top, and the stormy is actually ginger beer, which has got a little bit of spice.
Excellent. Hey, so I can also learn about rum here too, right?
Absolutely. You know, we try to really take up every opportunity we can to educate our clientele and have a little fun with it while we're at it.
Is there rum in this one too?
That is actually a margarita. So that's got your tequila, and then we do a fresh, just 100% juices. Yep. We do an organic agave nectar. So again, the idea is fresh, high quality ingredients, but it also comes out quick.
The problem with this is if you have a couple margaritas with tequila, you might forget everything you learned about the rum.
Yeah, you know, that's why you got to come back and try it again.
A couple times, and you can come back 7 days a week. That's the coolest thing, is 4 to 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And you get all these beautiful dishes, lovely stuff. What is it, 4, 6, and 8? You can't beat that.
These are all $5 for the drinks. Great deal there.
Yep.
$2 off on the specialty cocktails, so all about the value.
Love the patio, and it's right on the edge of the mall, so it's easy to find. It's on Chagrin Boulevard, right next to 271. Great place, Charles.
Appreciate it.
Happy hour.
Bistro 83 is known for our attention to detail, our extreme quality. Our happy hour right now, we actually have, we're best happy hour in the West. We're known for our happy hour for 3 years now. We have duck wings that have a Beijing barbecue sauce. We have our happy truffle fries, which are basically truffle French fries. A char grilled burger, 8-ounce burger that's on there. We have fish tacos, which are perch tacos, and grilled flour tortilla shells. They're little street tacos, so it's kind of a nice little assortment. One of the things that we came up with probably about 6 months back is we were just playing around with something and we were like, let's throw a lobster tail on the happy hour menu and just kind of see what happens. And it's kind of become one of our staples. It's what we're known for. The lobster tail is on all of our menus. So we originally started on the happy hour menu, and then people wanted it so much we were like, let's just, across the board, let's just do it. But I would say our biggest happy hour sell is probably our truffle fries at this point. We use truffle salt, fresh rosemary that we actually grow, and they just come out great. Most of our prices for our happy hour are under $6. Our burgers at $6. We have a flatbread that we usually run at about $5. I do think that one of the things that we do very well for our happy hour, and probably why we're in contention always for the best happy hour on the west side, is that because our quality is always second to none, really. Whether it be our regular menu or our happy hour menu, we don't sacrifice quality for anything.
I'm going to make our signature cocktails that we have been making since day one. A French pear martini. I'm going to take my tin, fill it full of ice. I have Grey Goose pear vodka. It's about 1.5 ounces of that. We'll go ahead and take some Saint Germain. It's an elderflower liqueur. About 1/2 ounce of that. I'm going to go ahead and splash a lemon juice, splash of simple syrup, and white cranberry juice. That again is about 4.5 ounces. Give it a nice shake. Like Maxwell House, good to the last drop. And that there is a French pear martini.
I think if our draw on our happy hour kind of brings people out to North Ridgeville, they try the happy hour things and they kind of look around at the other tables and they see what everybody else is getting, and like the pork shank sells and they see people getting smoked oysters, and usually it's kind of like the key to get in here. And then once they see all the quality things that we do, that's when people start coming back. So our happy hour hours are actually Monday through Saturday, 3 to 6, and then Monday through Thursday, it's 3 to close for the food, but 3 to 6 on drinks. One of the reasons that we actually do our happy hour from 3 to close is just that we're one of the only places out here, and we're trying to give back to the community. The people are coming back into us, and we're just trying to reward them, so trying to make it good for everybody. We are on the corner of Mills and 83, just over the Avon border in North Ridgeville, Ohio.
Stay tuned for more of our road trip after the break.
Happy Hour Collection is a cocktail specialty shop. It's located in the Fifth Street Arcades, and we sell a variety of bitters, cocktail mixers, both vintage and modern barware, bar tools, everything you need for your cocktail minus the alcohol. When you come into the shop, it is overwhelming, and there are a lot of different things to look at and to see. And people will look at the bitters tables and they'll say, I have no idea what to do with these. So we're very happy to talk to you about both the history of the bitters, but also to kind of pare it down to something simple like this will go in your vodka and tonic, or this will go in your Manhattan or Old Fashioned. So we also have the ability for people to try some of the products so that they kind of know what they're getting into.
A little bit of a citrus.
Part of the allure of it is that you get to take these things home and recreate the crafted cocktails that you get at your local bar, or your crafted cocktail your favorite bartender would make for you. But you get to experiment and do it the way that you like to do it. It's in the comfort of your own home, it's with friends, and you don't have to worry about driving home afterwards. Some of the things to start off your own bar at home are the bar tools. We have a bunch of different bar tools. They're nice and easy to use, but they kind of also make your bar look pretty. And then we can also tell you how to use a couple of them, because there's some, especially the shakers, that people have a harder time knowing how to use. But then you have your crafted cocktail books. Some go into bitters, some are about shrubs, and some are just very easy, simple cocktail recipes that you can go ahead and use. We try as hard as we can to source people that are local to the area. We carry Pope's, we carry all of his cocktail syrups, his Bloody Mary mix, which everybody loves. And then we try to branch out into other areas of Cleveland or Ohio. So we have some Columbus-based mixers, we have Molly's, which is Cleveland-based. We also have something that's really cool here. It's full measure bitters. which are the first retail bitters in the state of Ohio, and they're made here in Cleveland. We are in the tasting area of Happy Hour collection, and back here we have a bunch of different bitters. So all the bitters that are out front, we have back here for people to taste and try. And it's great because they do a lot of different things with your alcohol. They're also very good for digestives to put in with your water. Some of the bitters that we like at home that are our favorites, we already mentioned the full measure bitters, which are just a replacement for your Angostura. Then another one that I really like is the Hudson Standard Catskill Masala bitter. It has a basil flavor and it goes nicely with bourbon or gin. There are some, like the strong water bitters, which go a little bit more along the lines of botanical or healing aspect. So they pull forward different botanicals in there to help aid in digestion. We also have bitters by Suze, which is a French company. They're really, really great bitters. You'll find them in some of the better cocktail bars. When you put your bitters into your cocktail, what it'll do is it'll balance that cocktail. It's sort of like adding salt or pepper to your food. It enhances flavors and it kind of makes it just a little bit better than you would think. So if you have a nice sweet drink, you put bitters in it, it'll take that sweetness level down and make it a very nice, well-balanced cocktail, easy to drink, and just add another little level of flavor that you wouldn't necessarily expect. We believe that coming together with friends is the most important thing. It's not about recreating the perfect crafted cocktail, it's more about the experience of getting together and just enjoying the time that you spend together, making those crafted cocktails, or just laughing and having a good time.
So the way I come up with flavors is it's different for every flavor. I mean, there's probably some commonalities between them, but we have a watermelon balsamic feta ice cream, and for that one it was inspired by a salad. A salad that I thought sounded good for ice cream, and it's good, I like it.
I will have chocolate ice cream in a small cup.
Right now we have a variety of flavors, but they're constantly rotating. I think we have, I have lost count. We have well over 100 flavors now, between regular ice cream, vegan flavors, and sorbets. So in our vegan ice cream, we use avocados, coconut cream, tofu, almond milk that we make ourselves, beet sugar because cane sugar is not vegan, which I didn't know before starting this. And then stuff like real ingredients, like real food. So we have probably one of our most popular ones is a vegan cayenne sweet potato pecan, and it's great. If we don't have it, people get sad. But that one we add actual cayenne. We bake sweet potatoes and smash them up and put it in it, and like cinnamon and pecans, like just real food in ice cream, because I don't feel like you need to just go buy, like the industry standard is kind of just like buy flavorings and buy a mix and just stick them together, and I don't like doing that. I mean, like sometimes I'll use things like pixie sticks just because it's fun. I have a few exceptions that I'll make. So I make a pixie dust ice cream. We put pixie sticks in vanilla ice cream, and it came about because I did that when I was a kid, like, so it's like the example of every flavor is so different. We also have coffee. We use 6-shooter coffee, which just opened on Waterloo recently. One of the reasons that I picked this location is that Fierce Confections just opened up right next door, and we partner with Fierce Confections by using their chocolate in our ice cream and in our chocolate chip waffle cones, and in our mochas we actually melt down their chocolate with the milk for the mocha. We use her brownies sometimes in ice cream. We use her brownies for the ice cream sandwich. It's really exciting for me when people come in and they want to try everything, and I'm huge on giving out samples. Like, I just want everybody to try everything. People feel bad, and I'm like, giving samples out is my favorite part. Like, if you're excited about it and you want to try it, like, it makes me happy. So like, I encourage people to try as many as they want. Our happy hour is Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. You get $1 off every $5 that you spend on edible items. We do get a pretty good turnout for happy hour. I kind of started it because there were some people that are like, oh, I like your shop, but it costs a lot of money. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, since I use the real ingredients, it's gonna cost more most of the time. But like, I wanted to make it more accessible to people. Ice Cream Joy is located at 15210 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio. And you can check our flavors on our website because we keep it updated since our flavors rotate all the time. You can find them there, and information about happy hour, it's icecreamjoy.com. It's like a play on words.
We'll be back after the break. 1, 2, 3, 4, good pace, 5, 6, 7.
Perfect.
Welcome back. I told you I would get behind the bar. He was generous enough to let me get back here. All right, so not only does he cook amazing food, he also knows how to make a mean drink. A few mean drinks, I must say. You have 2 out here for me.
Yes.
This is the one I started off the show with. What is this lovely delight?
This is our veranda. It's a strawberry lemon martini.
Ooh, strawberry lemon martini. And we're using fresh strawberries in
We
there,
are
aren't
using
we?
fresh strawberries.
Do I need anything else? I think this is it.
That's
This is all I'm gonna need. Okay, so that's one of your signature drinks there. Is that something that people order often?
Yes.
Do the ladies especially love it, or do we get men who order this
We
too?
do get men that order that one.
Really? It's that
it's
good.
funny because I always, you'll walk through the dining room and you'll see, what is that guy drinking? And it's one of those on the rocks because he doesn't want it in the martini glass.
Ah, smart thinkers we got. So yeah, just pour one. It is well worth it, that's for
Yes.
sure. Okay, now I have a feeling the one next to it is a little more stiff.
Yes, that is a 5 Boroughs. That's a version of our Manhattan.
I knew it. Oh boy.
We do a cherry vanilla infused whiskey, a bourbon, and then we add our bitters and our sweet vermouth. And we use a really nice sweet vermouth that's a little bit better than what you're used to.
So now, do you have a special happy hour drink menu?
Yes.
And these are all on
These
there?
are
the
on
ones? Okay. I'm scared. I'm not a Manhattan kind of girl. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. Because this tastes pretty darn good. Now, what do we have at the bottom?
That is a
cherry?
Bada Bing cherry.
Bada Bing cherry. That's the bottom of this thing. Okay. Before we make our third one, because I'm going to help you, right?
Yes.
Can we mention what's in front of us right now?
Yeah, so this is an ice well that we use to keep our drinks in, to keep them cold for you when you're sitting at the bar.
I love this. That's really neat because it really does keep, especially I think that would be great for beers.
It's great for beers.
If you're like me and you're a slow beer drinker,
Yes.
it keeps it nice and cold.
Yes, it does. It's very nice in the summer when it gets a little warmer in here. There's a lot of people in here. It kind of gets a little warm. So, keeping those drinks nice and cold is important to us.
I'll tell you, that drink's making me feel a little warm inside right now. All right, now we're whipping up. Is it a margarita?
It is
But
our
this
margarita.
Isn't just any old margarita.
No, we infuse our tequila. We roast pineapples, and we caramelize them up to get them all nice and sugary, and bring out all that sweetness. And then we infuse the tequila with it for about 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of effort that goes into
Yes.
this one. All right, so where are we going to start with?
All right, you're gonna start with your tequila.
All right, got it right here.
Yep, you're gonna pour about seven count. So
All
count
right.
to 7.
Count to 7. All right,
Yep.
I can do that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good pace. 5, 6, 7.
Perfect. And then we're gonna add our liquor 43. This is gonna give like a nice little creaminess to the margarita.
All right, how many counts am I doing for this?
2.
1, 2.
Yep.
Whoop.
And then we're gonna add our fresh made sour.
All right, how much of this?
You're gonna fill it all the way up.
All the way up to the top?
Yep, right up to the neck of the glass.
5, how long did you say? 5 days? How
5
long?
days to make the tequila.
All the way.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
All right, then we're just gonna give it a little mix in our mixer. You're gonna
All
pour
right.
that in.
Pour it in. All right, do I have to shake it or am I pouring
Nope,
it back?
just pouring it right back in.
Okay. Well, that's pretty simple to make
Yep.
too. Once you've already spent the 5 days to get it tasting just right.
All right, now you gotta try it.
Of course, this looks great. Is this how you serve it too?
Yes.
Now,
It's actually on our Sunday brunch. We do pitchers of mimosas also.
oh, I could go for this. All right, here we go. Let's see how good. I mean, you made this really idiot-proof for me, so I can't mess it up, right?
No, it's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this. I came here one time. It was well over a year ago. I will never forget the dirty martini that I had here at this place because it was so good. And now there's gonna be years that go by that I don't forget this drink. If you want a margarita that tastes a little bit different, and it definitely has a little bit of sweetness to it, this is the way to go.
Yes.
This is delicious. Do I need to go anywhere else the rest of this hour?
I don't think so.
Can I stay?
Yeah, you can stay all day.
Would you care?
No, go right ahead.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be back. I'll tell you what, here at the Cleveland Chop House. We're right in downtown Cleveland. Come see Chef Dave and the rest of the crew again. They're awesome people, and they will make sure they hook you up for happy hour. Okay, now I'm gonna send them off to a place that is in Cleveland, and not only do they have great happy hour deals, but they have specials every day, and we happen to stop for Taco Tuesday.
We have different specials every night of the week, and they're all well received. Friday fish fry, Thursday 75-cent hamburgers and hot dogs, Wednesday wings, and Tuesday tacos. Monday we run meatloaf. Taco Tuesdays, tacos are $1.25. We run 23 different varieties. We have different pork sausages. We have pulled pork. We have shredded beef. We have chili con carne. We have carne asada. We have shrimp. We have vegan and vegetarian tacos available. These are a good sized taco. They're not small. They're 4 tacos is going to more than fill you up. Place is packed, especially on Tuesdays. It's a good Tuesday night. We'll sell over 600 tacos, but we also have 26 different kinds of empanadas. We have chicken quesadillas. We have nacho platters. You can get any one of the 23 different flavors on a nacho platter. Wing Wednesday, we run 22 different sauces, as hot as you want, as mild as you want, all kinds of Oriental flavors, Latin flavors. You can get just about anything you want. We do some Middle Eastern flavors, curries and stuff. We have 11 different dry rubs, 22 different sauces. Pound for $5, that's 8 to 10 jumbo wings. Thursday, 75-cent hamburgers, hot dogs, and sausage sandwiches. And they're a little bigger than an average slider. They're pretty good sized. And then Fridays we run fish fry. There's 6 different kinds of fish that we run. We have swai, perch, pollock, cod, and then salmon baked. We can do the cod either baked or beer battered. And then we also run pierogies, shrimp, mussels. This is kind of a multicultural place anymore. We have quinceaneras, we have weddings, Latin weddings, we have German events 3 or 4 times a month, and every Saturday we run German food. It's still a German hall. Every day we run happy hour from 5 to 7, and then the food specials are incorporated with that. Kitchen opens the same time as happy hour starts. We run liters at $6 during happy hour. They're $6.50 normally. We have half liters, pints, all on 50 cents off during happy hour. We run all the well liquor and domestic beers at 50 cents off. Why should somebody come here? Someone should come here because of the good food, reasonable prices, and wide selection of choices.
Well, yeah, happy hour is every day, 3 to 6, and all of our appetizers and banh mi sandwiches are $6. What we're gonna make today is some of our steamed buns, which are one of my favorite items. They're basically like little sliders on steamed dough, and they are on our happy hour menu, so they're all $6 every day. You can choose whatever protein you like. We're gonna do my favorites, which are pork and shrimp. So step 1 is we get our wok nice and hot. So all of our proteins for our sandwiches, our steamed buns, our salads, we cook on the wok, which is a very traditional way of cooking Asian meats. So a little bit of oil, let that wok get nice and hot. I wouldn't recommend cooking a steak in a wok because it's curved, but other than that, I mean, it's basically just a saute pan, really, except, you know, it's got this ridiculous jet engine heat, you know, underneath it. So you can cook most things in a wok. Easy to burn stuff though, so the key is to keep it moving. All right, at this point we put in some minced lemongrass, some minced garlic. Yeah, controlling the heat too. As you see, I turn down the heat while I'm doing this. You know, if you just let it keep ripping, it's gonna burn. So that is hoisin sauce, which is essentially a thick soy sauce. It's kind of like the Asian version of molasses. It's sweet, it's salty, adds a really nice caramelly kind of flavor to the pork. All right, and that's our pork. Lemongrass is a very common ingredient in Asian cooking, especially in Vietnamese and Thai cuisine. Not so much Chinese, Korean, Japanese cuisine, but in Thai and Vietnamese cuisine it's used in a lot of stuff. It's used in salads, it's in soups. It can be eaten raw. In this case, we're searing it up with meats, so it is very common. It's in a lot of Vietnamese and Thai food. All right, shrimp are ready. So now we're gonna build our steam buns. They're both built the same way. Basically, they have a little bit of jalapeno, some pickled cabbage and carrot. So basically we start with putting one little jalapeno in each one. Basically, these are like little sliders, you know, they're perfect for happy hour, a little lighter than a burger, but like I said, still kind of that familiar sandwich form. A little pork in each one. Favorite item on our happy hour menu is definitely these steam buns. And I like them most with pork or shrimp, which is why I'm doing that today. Absolutely, you know, in happy hour, you can kind of, you know, a banh sandwich, these steam buns, it's a nice kind of way of like easing into Asian cuisine if you don't really know it too well. You know, these are, like I said, these steam buns are kind of a newer thing even in Asian cuisine. You know, steam buns are a very traditional thing, but the old style of steam buns were like these fully enclosed, like actual buns where you steam the whole thing with meat in it. These like foldable ones are relatively newer item in Asian cuisine, and I think they've really taken off in America particularly because they're basically just like little sandwiches. So we're gonna plate up some of our pork rangoon dumplings and our spring rolls. These are also some more of our really popular happy hour items. Our spring rolls are probably our single most popular appetizer overall. Those are a very traditional family recipe. Spring roll is essentially the Vietnamese version of an egg roll, so it's a crispy fried roll.
We also have discounts on our specialty cocktails. Discounts range from $6 to the drinks that are on the rocks, or $8 for the martinis, specialty martinis. We usually have about 3 or 4 of those in the menu at a time. Then we do discounts on our tall boy cans of beer. There's about like 6 different flavors. Those are all $2 also. The 3 drinks I made this afternoon for happy hour are we'll start in the middle here with our most popular drink, which is the 17th Parallel. It's a really refreshing drink, can appeal to everyone. It's basically a vodka-based drink that has a simple syrup in it with a bunch of different herbs in it. And then there is a cucumber lemon water, almost like a cucumber lemonade. Closest to me here is the Pimm's Cup, using Pimm's #1 liqueur, which is a British liqueur. Basically, this drink is very simple. It's just the Pimm's, some ginger beer, and then there is a simple syrup which is based on strawberries and cucumber and mint that's in there. And then the last drink, the martini, that's our chai Manhattan. Basically a very classic recipe for a Manhattan, just with some added chai tea into the vermouth to give it like a little bit of vanilla, cinnamon, dried fruit flair as well. Very, very great drink in the winter, very popular this time of year. Our happy hour gives you a chance to try some Asian food items which are a little bit more playful, you know, a little bit more have an American kind of twist on them. It allows you to kind of taste these items at a discounted price. All the time we have groups of people who come in and order almost one of everything, just kind of share it. That's really popular here too, kind of having like a family meal, the camaraderie of having one bite, a little bit taste of everything.
Stay tuned for more New Day Cleveland.
Bistro 185 is known for being an eclectic bistro on the east side in Cleveland, sort of off the beaten path, not downtown, not Tremont, outside of Ohio City, where most of the food scene has been for a while. Bistro 185 has been here for 10 years, Last February was 10 years. Bistro 185 is located on 185th Street, off of 90, Cleveland Euclid border, catty cornered from Muldoon's. So we're an eclectic bistro trying to use what we can from around Cleveland. Local farms, local produce. We have a rooftop garden on top of the restaurant, so weather permitting, and when in season, we use most of what we can from up there. Peppers, herbs, tomatoes, stuff like that. We're open 6 days a week, Monday through Friday for lunch, Saturday dinner only. The menu is multicultural. The area, the neighborhood that we're in, very diverse. A lot of different cultures and different people and different tastes. So we sort of try to put something on the menu for everyone. Again, keeping it sort of fun, trying to refresh drinks and refresh menu items as much as we can for happy hour. Again, using seasonal stuff, using what we can. If we have a new idea that worked during the week, for a special, we'll put it on happy hour for a couple months and see what happens. More importantly, just sort of changing, adapting, keeping current with what's going on. We also do a couple things in-house that we do gravlax and smoked duck. So we smoke the duck every week or so. We do about 50 breasts of duck. It's absolutely delicious over potato pancakes, a little bit of sour cream and dried cranberries. A couple items that we have right here are the Bistro 185 nachos, braised short rib, blue cheese bechamel, house-made chips, pickled red onions, some tomato garlic confit on it, calamari misto made up with tentacles, rings, calamari, buttermilk marinated, and then an assortment of vegetables that we just tempura fry. Corn dogs, which we make in-house, the batter, and then the sausage or the hot dog is from a local meat shop, depending on what week it is. And our braised chicken wings, we braise them in root beer. I don't normally tell people that, but we do. When you fry them, it sort of candies them out. They turn into a very sweet, fall off the bone wing. I really couldn't miss with anything on the happy hour. I really like them all. We have chips and dip. To sit here just like you would on Sunday, eating, watching a football game at your house. It's comfort food, but it's comfort food done right. Our happy hour price point is under $6, so anything that you see here could be from $4 to $6. That's sort of where we keep it. Like to keep it approachable. Our drinks, $2 to $3 beers on any happy hour, $5 wines on any happy hour, and $5 mixed cocktails. To my right here is a take on a classic gimlet. It's cucumber gimlet, a cucumber ribbon, gin, fresh lime, soda. To its right, we have a dark and stormy house-made ginger beer. We do make our ginger beer. It is absolutely excellent. A little bit of lime. Two of our better-selling cocktails. The cucumber gimlet flies off the shelf. From chicken wings to tuna, and then we do fresh fish every night, every week. Approachable is sort of what we're going for. Still on a fun end of fine dining. Sort of a balance between price points almost. If you want to come in for a casual dinner, a casual evening, and be here for an hour or two and just have fun with some drinks and some appetizers, we're able to do that. If you want to make a night of it, an excellent bottle of wine and a couple of entrees, some house-made desserts, we can do that as well.
Well, that's going to do it for our happy hour show, but guess what? It's only 11 o'clock. That means you have 5 more hours at least to decide maybe what place you want to check out that we showed you today. I hope we introduced you to some new spots, and happy hour really is a great way to test out new drinks and new foods, some of the area's best restaurants. And I say, cheers to that. I'm Natalie Herbeck, and I'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.